Okay, so now we're inside the Nissan Leaf, as you see here. This Nissan Leaf's been a little bit customized. As you see, I have kind of a different two-tone, kind of a darker gray, lighter gray. This is black right here. This actually, I had to take this out and customize, put leather in, because I just can't stand the fabric. It stains. It just was no good. I didn't like it. I think just better put leather in here. Also has a Bose system. Has a kind of nice console. A console you can put things in, not very much, but you can put things in it. Put your keys right there. You have a drink holder there. Got quite a bit of space where you can put your glove compartment space. Put plenty of things. It's pretty much simple. This thing doesn't even have a spark plug. There's really this keyless system. You take this key right here and you just have it on you within about 3-4 feet of where you need to push the button. But you take the key, you put it right here where I put it anywhere, and you push the power button while you put your foot on the brake. That's very important, because if you don't put your foot on the brake, it just turns on, but it stays in neutral and won't go anywhere. So you have to put pressure on the brake, push the button, and since it's dark in here, so it kind of plays a quick tune, zero emissions comes on, boots the main computer up, and it shows me what I have left. I have it on so where right here on the side, you can turn on your light sensor to on, so when it senses that it's dark outside, the light will come on. So I have it off now because I turned it off, and then my display's a little bit brighter. But if I turn it on like this, it notices that it needs to be on. So it's kind of a cool sensor. I'll go over this later, but I'll kind of go over the features here in the. So I'm going to put it in reverse. What you do is you push over, up, you're in reverse. I have it in eco mode. If you can look right there, it says eco mode reverse. And it makes kind of a beeping sound, kind of like, beep, 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 as you back up. So I'm back out on my driveway right now. Kind of go slow, but it's cool is in the SL and SV version, you have what's a backup cam system. And it's kind of cool because you see not only where you're backing up, right here, and you have these little guidelines, which I think are really cool. You can see my van's right there. If I go too far right there, I go, I'm going to run to my van. I'm going to straighten out. So straighten out, pull out of my driveway, and also right here you can tell if I have someone like that, a bike or a little ball or something, or even if a child, for Pete's sake, if I had that, I could see that they were on the side of my car, and I could back up without hitting them or be aware of that. So, all right, we're going to take off. I put it in drive right now. There's two modes you can drive it in. You have drive D, and you can go down again, and it can in B mode. D and B mode. Okay, and eco. I can push that on eco and B mode. So the best way to drive it is B and eco mode. Okay, if you don't want to have any kind of economy or anything, you can put it just in D mode and no eco. And you can just drive off, okay? In the D and no eco mode, you have a lot of power. If you press like this, as you can see, you got almost all the power you need. It's instant torque. And this car right here I almost hit because I wasn't paying attention, but you can really get going. This thing, I mean, talk about going to 0 to 60. Yeah, I bet you could do that. I haven't done that. I've got this thing going about 96 miles an hour on the freeway, and I really did get it going that fast. So as I'm driving here, you can kind of look at the display. You have a display right here. It has a little battery right here. It says 57. That means that's what I have as far as battery goes left. I have this little trip right here. If I keep pushing it, it says average speed 22.3 miles per hour. That's what I get average, right? 22.3 miles. That's what I'm getting averaging. So that kind of factors in how you drive and the way you drive. That's changing all the time. Driving distance is what I've done so far. I've gone 2,391 miles. I haven't. I bought this used, so I've probably only put about 2,000 miles on this thing. But that's what it has on there, and it's driving great. If you notice right here, I'll stop at this light here in this neighborhood. No one's behind me, it's no big deal. But if I look right here, if you look right here, it says 52 miles. That's what I have. This is kind of a guessometer. The guessometer kind of shows me what I have. But usually what you see here is usually this number is the same number as the battery. As you see, the battery says 57 miles. Well, the guessometer says 52. So usually when those are about the same, that means you're driving pretty efficient. It means the car is talking and communicating, and the guessometer, which is on the right, is working consistently with the battery is. So, but what you want to go off from everything I've read on the internet and from gurus on the internet that know a whole lot more than I do about these cars, is what you want to go off is not by the guessometer to the right, those white bar there, white and blue bar. You want to go by what the battery says, because that's truly what you have. So, yeah, it says I need to put my seatbelt on. So, hey, I guess I'm breaking the law here. But as I did that, if I take the seatbelt off, boom, right? It says, hey, you go, warning sign, it's red. Put that in, it goes away. And it's kind of cool if you notice right here, it has miles per hour and a time in the Fahrenheit outside, which is 33, so it's pretty cold. So obviously, the colder it is, the worse mileage you get, because you got to run the heater system and the cooling system and everything else. So that takes power, sucks power from the battery. But this is the fun little game Nissan's allowed you to play. Me and my wife love this thing. This is the only vehicle which you can drive downhill and you can gain gas mileage. But it's called, you build these little funky trees. And so this little spiral thing kind of goes around. You build this tree, and once you build one, a tree goes to the left, and you build another tree, you build another tree, you keep building them. So as you drive economical, which I'm not right now because I'm in D mode, as you can see, right? D mode means, hey, I just want to drive it the way I want. I want to have power. I want to hit the gas. I don't want to worry about it. I don't really care about, you know, my mileage. But hey, if I was really going on a long trip and I really wanted to optimize my gas mileage, which Nissan says I can get between 100 and 120 miles per charge, then I really would want to do it in eco mode by pushing eco, which instantly you can kind of tell the engine wants to kind of hold you back from trying to, you know, take off quick and use the throttle like you know, gunning it off the stops, off stopping, and if you really want to keep it economical, you want to push it back one more time. You can do this while you're driving and go in B mode. B mode means active brake mode. That's what the B means. So when you drive, you don't really use the brake. It's kind of weird, right? Normally in a gas-powered vehicle, you drive like this, and as you drive like this, you're driving along, okay? And as you see, these are the power bars, these little white bars right here are going up. Power bar has a kind of excel. I'm going about 29 miles an hour, and they're going up. I've got 1 or 2 bars. But when I take my foot off the brake, it instantly goes into the green bars. These are a regenerative bars. I'm having a time speaking. But the regenerative bars actually regenerate. It uses the kinetic energy from my vehicle already going forward to reharness some of that energy through the brake pads back into the battery. So right now I'm not even using my brake, and there's a stop sign I'm coming up to, as you can see. Not even using my brake, haven't even touched it, and the engine's braking itself. So that's another kind of benefit of this vehicle, is you don't really probably change out a lot of brake pads with this thing, because you don't even use the brake. You let the engine brake your vehicle. And so it's a different way, if it's a different feel, if it's a completely different way. I like it. I love it, actually. It was kind of weird at first, but I have found that I really enjoy driving that way. I find it just, it's fun, it's interactive, it brings a lot of just dynamic to the vehicle. So right now on a 25 mile an hour speed area here, so this is not you know, I can't really throttle it and show you the true power of this thing, but believe it or not, even driving in B mode and having the eco button on, I can really thump it and I can get this thing moving pretty quick, just at hitting the gas pedal. Gas pedal is extremely responsive. The gas pedal is probably the most responsive thing on this thing. It's amazing. You hit even the brake is almost super sensitive. My daughter, who is filming this right now, she has found that the brake is extremely sensitive. She's just not used to it. So that's something to be warned of, is the brake. A lot of people don't like it. They've complained about it. They've said things in the past like, okay, the brake's too sensitive, but it really isn't. I mean, you just don't slam on it, just kind of barely push pressure on it. I think it's a good thing, you know, you don't have to wear down your brake pads as much. Some other things, as you see, I've kind of gone a little bit more up on the tree here. Instead of one base, I've, you know, gone another level right here. I could go over this a little bit. You know, this is kind of self-explanatory, you know, AM, FM radio. That is way too loud, but you know, you got some Christian rock going on there, which we love. You can get XM radio, which I'm not going to subscribe to, but they sure hound you. I get things in the mail probably weekly on that. So be advised, if you buy a Nissan Leaf, XM radio is going to hound you to death to buy it from them, which just kind of makes me a little upset. But you know, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. Want an XM radio, you love it, go for it. This right here is auxiliary. What I really like about this is I can have my phone with me,